Ratio analysis. The ratio analysis, in case of ratio analysis, we have to determine different type of ratios to calculate earning capacity, solvency or other abilities of the business. Now in this class, we will do second ratio, that is solvency or long-term solvency ratio. It is also known as long-term solvency ratio. So what do you mean by solvency or long-term solvency ratio? The ratios which show the ability of the firm or the business to meet its long-term financial obligation as and when they become due is known as long-term solvency ratio, or the other name is solvency ratio. Solvency ratio can be calculated in four different ways. They are: first is debt to equity ratio, total assets to debt ratio, proprietary ratio, interest coverage ratio. So now in this video, we will discuss these two ratios in brief. First is debt to equity ratio. What do you mean by debt to equity ratio? As its name indicates, debts equity means this is the ratio which indicates the expression of debt against its equity. Means the formula will be debt upon equity. Here debt means long-term borrowings, or we can say non-current liabilities, and equity includes shareholders fund. Ideal current ratio is 2:1. I think you remember that in case of liquidity ratio, current ratio has also the ideal ratio of 2:1. Now we will do this portion in detail. So I want to tell you total debts or equity. The formula for debt equity ratio is debt upon equity. Now what is debt? Debt is equal to long-term borrowings and long-term provisions. Deferred tax liabilities, which is not in our syllabus, and other non-current liabilities. It can also be calculated with other formula, that is total assets, or we can say total liabilities. First of all, we are taking the formula for total liabilities. Total liabilities minus current liabilities minus shareholders fund clear. Another formula for it is total debts minus current liabilities. Here total debts means total amount which is payable to outsiders. It includes both type of liabilities, current liabilities and non-current liabilities. If out of total debts, current liabilities are deducted, then only non-current liabilities left. They are known as debts. And in the same way, equity can be calculated. Equity is equal to shareholders fund. Or we can say share capital plus reserve and surplus plus money received against share warrant. or we can calculate it with the help of total liabilities or total assets. Total liabilities minus total debts, or we can say total liabilities minus current liabilities minus non-current liabilities. When we are considering only liability side, this approach is known as liability approach. And if we consider it from asset side, then that is known as assets approach. And how can we calculate it? Total assets minus current liabilities minus non-current liabilities. Or we can say non-current assets minus working capital minus non-current liabilities. Now working capital क्या होती है? Working capital is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. Clear? It means we are adding current assets in it to get total assets. Out of that, current liabilities and non-current liabilities are deducted. Clear? Ideal current ratio is 2:1. This helps the businessman to know their long-term obligation to pay the amount to different stakeholders on due time. Clear? Now we will do practical problem on this behalf, and question is on your screen. Now we will solve this question. In your question, you have to calculate debt equity ratio. First of all, we have to write the formula. Debt equity ratio is equal to total debts, long-term debts upon equity. In board examination, your marks are bifurcate, and for writing this formula, you will get half marks. Then debts is equal to, according to our question, debts is given, that is long-term borrowings, long-term provisions, and they are given to you 5 lakh and 1 lakh. It comes to rupees 6 lakh. In case of equity, equity is equal to shareholders fund or equity share capital जर्नल रिजर्व, रिजर्व एंड सरप्लस जो होते थे हमारे, जर्नल रिजर्व एंड प्रॉफिट, दैट इज बैलेंस ऑफ स्टेटमेंट ऑफ P&L. Now in this question, your debit balance of statement of P&L is given. Debit balance means loss. So we are calculating equity. Equity is 2 lakh. General reserve is 2 lakh. And balance in statement of P&L is loss, that is 1 lakh. So it comes to rupees 3 lakh. Now we have to calculate debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio is total long-term debts upon equity. It comes to 2:1. Clear? We must take proper consideration while the balance of statement of P&L is debit balance or credit balance. If it is credit balance, then it is profit, and if it is debit balance, it means it indicate loss. I think there is no doubt in this question now.